I was watching this here guy, Mix Up 98. Excuse me. Every time I start to talk, that happens. Okay, I was watching this guy here.
So, a while back, one of my viewers said, "Hey, Mix-Up," he says, "I just bought a HP 22. He says it's a good little pistol. You ought to do a review on one." So I've been watching for one. My gunshot find.
Okay, well, I watched, I started, I was looking for a Mini 30, Ruger Mini 30. I was watching one of his videos while I was researching whether I wanted an older one or a newer one. But I ran across this video and I'm like, man, I got one of them pistols. Man, I said, I know right where the box is. So I go up in my gun room. Sure enough, there's the box. I open it up. All it's got in it's a mag and a small barrel. These came with a 3-inch barrel, which that lighter's there for reference because the lighter's 3 inches. But you could also buy a longer barrel that came with a magazine with an extension on it for better grip. So like I said, I go right up, I find the box. I open it up, there's the extra mag and the barrel, and I'm like, oh, good. I look, I got pistols hanging on racks and stuff, like everybody does probably that collects guns or has guns. I cannot find that pistol. I know it's got the long barrel on it, so it's going to be a little bigger. And if you see, that says HP. I think now they're HPAs, is what they call the new ones. And I bought that one when they first come out, like in '92. But anyway, every time I go in my gun room, I'm looking for this pistol, and I'm looking down here. Finally, the other day, I noticed one of my holsters was getting some mildew on it. So I pulled some holsters down and cleaned a couple up. What do I find? Hanging in this old shoulder holster rig. There's my Phoenix Arms pistol. I didn't remember even having this holster. Trying to get a good view here. This camera's a little bit too powerful. You watch the videos on these, everybody struggles with the safety. They got a real weird safety. You can't get the mag out unless you have the safety on. Now I got the safety off. That mag button won't push. I put the safety on. Now I'm pushing it. That mag would fall out of there if it was loose, but it's not. Plus you have a firing pin safety up here on the slide. So you actually have two safeties. But when you put on that safety and you drop your mag out, that locks the whole gun up. Can't do nothing. And for some reason, every video I watch on these, people struggling with that safety. I can't remember having that big of an issue with it. I mean, you put it on when you're done shooting. The only thing bad was it didn't stay open on the last round. And they say don't dry fire it. So you got to count your rounds to make sure you're not dry firing it, or else you're going to dry fire it on the last round or after the last round. But boy, was it an accurate little thing. We were shooting from my pavilion across my pond at some beer cans. That's why I know this was somewhere around 92, because I quit drinking in 92. So, and I had this, we were drinking that day, we were shooting at beer cans. But we was popping beer cans across the pond there at 50, 60 feet away. I mean, every shot. We shot, I don't know, I had a 550 round box of Federal when they had the bulk ammo. We probably shot 100 or more rounds through this that day. I don't think it's been shot since. It's been hanging in that holster the whole time. If it wasn't for that video, I wouldn't even remembered I had it. And I know in a lot of my videos, like I talk about, I found that I was looking for one gun and I found another one I didn't know I had. What had happened? Most of my gun collection I got before 2000. In 2000, I got hurt and almost died. I didn't win my gun. I got home from the hospital, and like a fool, I knew I was going to be laid up a long time. I got a buddy to come out and help me, and we went in and cleaned all my guns. Next day, I couldn't move. I ended up back at the hospital. Here, I pulled one of them broken ribs out even farther than it was. So I locked the door in that room, and for the next 10 years, the only time I opened that door was to put a gun in there that I bought off somebody. Now, you figure 10 years and 3 years of being real sick, and then struggling getting back to work, through that 10 years. So I'll probably find a couple more guns I don't remember having. I'm hoping I do. But I remember buying this. I didn't pay hardly anything for this. The guy's rent was due. I got this, and they sold the extra barrel, come with the extra long mag there. See, that's a longer bottom. And you'll see this is a 5-inch barrel, where that one's a 3. And that gives you a little better grip. And like I say, you watch videos on these, everybody's struggling because they got them 2 safeties. And once you take the mag out, everything's locked up. I watched this guy shooting it. If you watch through his video, Mix Up 98, he messes with, his son comes on there and messes with it. He has trouble too. And I think this is one of them guns. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the expression, a limp wrist. When you're shooting a semi-automatic pistol and you let your wrist limp, sometimes the gun will malfunction. Some people say that, some people say that's a myth, but I got a buddy that can't shoot a semi-automatic gun any kind without it jamming up. I swear he's limp wristing. But that is a thing, I believe. And I think this is the gun that suffers from it. That one buddy couldn't shoot this gun, it kept jamming on him. I never had a jam in this gun. Hand it to him, he's jamming it all up. Just got to hold it good, I guess. For a small gun, you'd think you wouldn't have to have a grip on it, but you do. You got to hold it sturdy enough so it can function properly, especially with that longer barrel. All right, well, that's my story on Phoenix Arms, Phoenix Arms HP 22 caliber. I think somebody said this was pot metal or alloy or pot metal instead of steel. I seen one of the videos. And they struggle to get that barrel on and off, and believe me, that's hard. You just push these forward, it looks real easy, and the gun comes right apart. But man, is that hard to get them apart and curl that barrel out of there. You need like 3 hands, and while you're holding it between your legs, It is an awkward little piece to shoot and take apart, but it's fun and accurate, especially with that long barrel. That's why I never bothered. I shot that barrel, but not very much. I put this one on, never took it back off. Now I'm going to take this out and shoot it. I'm going to try to set my camera up where I can get a recording of it, but we'll see what happens. That thing's heavy. They say with the short barrel, it's 20 ounces. So I'd say this is probably about 24 ounces now. So that's what, a pound 8 ounces, pound and a half. Yeah. All right, everybody have a good one there. I'm going to try to get a video of me shooting this. We'll see what happens. If not, hey, we'll catch you on the next one. I just thought I'd bring something easy to carry down today to get a picture of. It's hard carrying them guns up and down the steps, worrying about not nicking them and stuff as you're taking videos. got to be careful, you know. Okay, everybody have a good one, and check out this guy here, man.
I just got one in, so
He's
I looked at.
he's always laughing when he's shooting, and that he always seems in a good mood. His son's his photographer. Nice to have somebody take your picture, hold your camera. That's sort of why you always never see me, because I'm always behind the camera. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.